Hey, it's me again. What? Same day? Yeah, it's the same day because I do this thing called procrastinating and don't get anything done until the last couple days. So I was in my friend Fawna's video today. She is also in this class, in case you didn't know. And she was doing little interviews with some people from the class, and she asked the question, why poetry? So I guess I'm just making this video now as a response to myself, or sort of continuation of that. And I felt sort of put on the spot because I didn't know what questions she'd be asking. I'd heard her ask everyone else. I was the last one to answer, so I had some time to think about it. But I still don't feel like I formed a very good answer. I said something like, well, I wasn't really good at anything else, so I started writing poetry. All my teachers when I was a kid would tell me, like, oh, you're such a great writer, just keep writing, keep reading. And I did, because no one ever told me I was good at painting, no one ever told me I was good at music. And I did always love art, and I did always love music. I just wasn't very good at making things from them. I would have an idea in my mind and I just couldn't get it right when I tried to paint it or when I tried to play it on the piano, which is the instrument that I spent some time learning. I wanted so badly to be a musician. I wanted so badly to be able to create beautiful artwork, but nobody liked what I did. Nobody. And that just doesn't feel good when you're like 10 years old and no one likes it. And so I stopped. I probably shouldn't have. I'm sure that I would have become at least okay if I'd kept going, but I didn't. But I did start writing a lot more, and I started reading a lot more, because those are the things that I felt like I could actually do. I just find it so interesting the way that meanings of words can change when they're put together. And I've always found a sort of fascination in the surprise of creating different zones of imagination just through words. I was reading my diary from when I was about 8 the other day, and I wrote complete nonsense. Nothing in it makes sense, okay? Like, I wrote about my dog becoming a fish and how then she like took me through the ocean underneath the mountains. It was very strange. I was always obsessed with the way that words looked on pages when I was a kid. I actually remember in math class when we were learning how to do bar graphs, I kept drawing them upside down and the teacher would tell me, they don't go that way, you have to draw them going up, not down. And I didn't understand. I kept telling her, but words go down the page. Like, words go down the page, why don't the bars go down the page? And she was like, that's just not the way that it is. And then in the English section of the day that we had, I decided I was going to write my words up. It was very tedious. I wrote a whole story about how I lost my dog going up the page. And my teacher was pretty annoyed with me. She thought that I was being a smart aleck or something, but I really didn't understand. I thought that it was okay to write up the page if it was okay to do graphs up the page, just like I thought it should be okay to do graphs down the page if it's okay to write down the page. So I guess that's just a little tiny bit of backstory about how I started writing and why I started writing. I think it's really interesting to find out where other people are coming from when they write. I feel like my story is really boring. I mean, my teachers just pretty much said, hey, you're good, keep doing it and get better. And you know, maybe if my teachers had encouraged me to paint or play piano, I'd be doing that instead of writing. I have a feeling that that's not true though, because I always loved writing and I always loved making stories or strange, nonsensical lines. So that's it for this video, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video.